Backs. Now, we got a quarterback here joining us.
Wait, I'm calling this game. Did you know that?
Ever?
I'm calling this game. Did you know that?
Let's go,
Look at y'all faces. See what I'm saying?
Let's go.
That's why you need me on TV, because y'all face like, really?
That'd be
No,
awesome.
I'm just joking. Just joking.
I would love to see a running back.
What I meant, Chase, is this. Caleb Phenom, Heisman winner. We thought he was going to be the first back-to-back Heisman winner since Archie Griffin, I think in 1974, 1975. Caleb was that dude. But year one, he was no dude at all. Did nothing compared to what we thought he was capable of doing. I know Caleb Williams did not live up to his own expectations. Quarterback, talk to me about quarterbacks. You played in Chicago. You played quarterback in Chicago. Nobody better suited to answer this question literally than you. What would success look like for Caleb year two?
It's got to be the playoffs. Just get to the playoffs. We can talk about individual statistics, touchdown passes, completion percentage, interception, sacks, all that. Look, it's great for us to talk about on TV. It doesn't matter. What matters, if you're a quarterback, can you win games? Can you win games that you're not supposed to? Are you going to win games that you're supposed to? All this matters. And look, I think you just need to throw out Caleb Williams' first year. I don't think you can judge him based on the year that he had, because it was complete disarray in Chicago.
Yeah.
He had three different play callers. Well, he had two different play callers, two head coaches. The offense is constantly changing. They had him under center. They didn't have him in his USC type offense. I get this, but then you bring in Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson knows what an NFL-style offense runs. His offense is in Detroit, top 5 in almost every single category. They go out this offseason, and I will go on a limb here saying that I think they had one of the better off seasons of any NFL franchise. And every single move that they did was to surround Caleb Williams with help. You have 3 new offensive linemen, Jonah Jackson, Joe Tooney, coming over from the Chiefs, and Drew Dowman, who's at center, who's now the second highest paid center. You drafted Colston Loveland to pair with Cole Kmet. That 12 personnel is what Ben Johnson has been known for. Okay, you can run the ball, you can throw the ball out of that. And then you draft Luther Burden III out of the University of Missouri. You know I like my Missouri guys. You pair him with DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. It all comes down to the quarterback. I say that and saying, he has to get over the hump. And the hump doesn't necessarily have to be, you need to throw for 4,000 yards, which a Chicago quarterback has never done, by the way. Or he needs to throw for 30. No. Run the offense. Some games you're going to be throwing the ball 20 times. Some games you're going to have to win and throw it 50 times. Yeah. And I think that's sort of where we need to plug Caleb into, is that quarterback perspective. Just go play quarterback. Forget about all the outside stuff. And I think Ben Johnson is here to help him with that.
I hear you, Chase, and you're the quarterback, so I like to hear what you say. But I gotta listen, man. I need to see it. You had 20 touchdowns last year, right? And I ain't saying I go out there and be a world beater, but it's hard for me to think of Caleb Williams as so great of a player, because I think he's one of the best talents I've ever seen. I just told you this earlier, that when I watched college quarterbacks, I thought he was the best college quarterback I've ever seen. And I've seen the freaking Liners and Vince Youngs, but this dude was amazing. And then you get to the pros, now it's hard to be a rookie. I told you, that's why I don't grade rookies. But, hold on, but I got to see more than that. I got to see some flash of some superstar talent in you. So I think you have that. So when other guys, maybe for somebody like Bo Nix, I don't care if you throw for 30 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. Just win games and get better, because I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's nothing special. I think he's just good, right? I think with good coaching, he can be really, really good. Yeah. But when I watch Caleb Williams, man, he's superstar talent. So I need to get 30 touchdowns. I need to see you make them plays, because one thing I know about when you're super talented, I don't care what coach you play for. I don't care what scheme you are. Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Lamars, you put them in any scheme, and you know what's going to happen, Chase? They're going to look good. Now, other schemes, they're going to look greater. Yeah. But when you're really, really good, you can put me anywhere. I was telling Acho that you put me on any team. I don't care who the coach is. You want to play like 1980 or you want to play 2015, I'm going to be LeSean McCoy, because I'm a good player. Caleb Williams, you are a superstar, man. It's time to take off the training wheels and put the big boy helmet on and drive your bike. And I ain't talking about a little bike. I'm talking about a motorcycle, homie. Kawasaki. Let me see it. Because the talent that you have, a lot of players will pray for 20 hours in a day to get the talent you have. And they don't got it. I don't care who the coach is, because now you got Ben Johnson, who's really, really good. Yeah. Go out there and show me that talent that we seen in USC.
Incredibly well said. I like both of these takes. I differ in this.
With who?
Both. Oh. Because when I think about success, y'all know this at home, I know this in life, success is subjective, man. Success is relative to everybody else around you. Caleb Williams, success looks like to me being at least the second best quarterback in your class after this season. If I make $100, but Shady and Chase only make 10, I'm successful. But if I make $100 and Shady and Chase make $1 million, I'm not all that successful. My result didn't change, but the results of the people to my left and right around me changed. As a result, that dictated my success. I'll give it to you better in story form. After Herbert's rookie season, Shady and Chase, you at home, we all would have said incredibly successful. 31 passing touchdowns, he was rookie of the year. The other quarterbacks in that class, Burrow, Tua, Hurts, Love, combined for 30 touchdowns. And they had 23 starts. We said after Herbert's rookie year, the most successful. But then you fast forward 5 years later, and wait a second, Herbert's not that successful anymore. 105 touchdowns, that's still really, 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 really good. But now all of a sudden, he ain't got no playoff wins. But how come Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls? Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Jordan Love has playoff wins. All of a sudden, we got 12 combined playoff wins, and Justin Herbert no longer looks successful compared to his peers. It's not that Justin Herbert's not successful. Chase could quote his statistics off the top of his head more than anything. Justin Herbert, through 5 seasons, I believe, has more passing yards than any quarterback in the history of football. Herbert's been successful, but relative to his peers, he has not. So what does that mean for you, Caleb Williams? You better be better than Drake May. You better be better than Bo Nix. You better be better than J.J. McCarthy. If you're not as good as Jaden Daniels, fine. One more person can be better than you. But to me, Chase, I care more about how does Caleb look compared to his peers, because that's what we compare you to.
I couldn't disagree more, though. The NFL is not a popularity contest.
No, but it's a success contest.
That's what I'm saying. The NFL is not subjective. The NFL is about results. And results is not being, oh, you look better than Drake May this week, dog, but you got an L. Or you look better than Caleb, whoever else is in that class, right? It was a stacked class. Michael Penix. No, man, like, I get it. If the Chicago Bears have success and make the playoffs, Caleb Williams is going to have to be successful.
Sure.
I don't think you can have subjectiveness in the NFL. When it comes to quarterback plays, you could have all these pretty stats. You could look all that stuff in all this way. But if you don't win, especially in year 2, and you don't make the playoffs, then we're going to start saying, maybe we overhyped him in college.
No,
maybe we set expectations too high for him.
I agree with you. What I'm suggesting is this. If Caleb wins 10 and wins a playoff game, but J.J. McCarthy comes straight off the bench and he wins 11 and he wins 2 playoff games, we are still going to be saying, bro, you got outplayed by J.J.? J.J. went further than you. Y'all in the same class. If Caleb wins 10 and wins a playoff game, but Michael Penix does what Joe Burrow did his second year and leads the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl, we're going to be like, yeah, I mean, Caleb good, but he's not even the 5th best quarterback in his class. Caleb has to do well. But Caleb also has to exceed his peers. He can't just do well. He also has to be better than all them cats around him.
Yeah, I think it's an issue if we get into a measuring stick.
That's the whole NFL, though, that's the whole NFL.
But I'm talking about, you can't worry about how other people are playing because you're so worried. You need to be so locked in at I'm telling you from quarterback, you have to be so locked into the process and the day-to-day of the situation of the Chicago Bears. If Caleb lets himself go that way, which maybe he did last year a little bit, and he got confused with all this other stuff happening around, he's never going to be successful. You got to lock in and grind, man. I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, a quarterback is, can you win the ball game? Can you win games? Regardless if J.J. McCarthy does that, I think the Vikings have a much better team, right? That is subjective, but I don't think that's how you should judge him. I think, hey, if the Chicago Bears make the playoffs and Caleb Williams is playing like he should, I will say it's a very successful season for Caleb Williams, regardless of what he throws for. Because as the Chicago Bears go, Caleb Williams will go too.
No Sean Marino, Donald Brown,
Connecticut,
Chris Beanie Wells,
all above you,
and LeSean McCoy. You telling me that don't matter who got drafted in front of you, and I'm the number 1 pick overall, and I'm the number 1, and they doing better than me?
Maybe do you?
The NFL, that's what it's made of. Is competing. It's the most competitive sport there is. The best versus the best versus the NFL, the best versus the best. Tom Brady, when I don't know what pick he went, you think he'll know the guys went in front of him? Because he always talks about it. I got to make sure everything counts. That matters. So we both go to the playoffs. We both make it to the playoffs. Cool. I'm the number 1 pick, and you, I don't know, what was McCarthy?
10.
10?
It
ain't the same. This is my thing with Caleb Williams. you gotta be damn good because you was the number 1 pick overall. That's how it works. You was the most hyped up in college football. You a Heisman winner. That stuff follows you. It's the reason why Baker Mayfield gets a second chance after second chance because he was what he was in college. And he was the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
You can't get away from being the number 1 pick. That's one thing. Another thing is you gotta have success. You gotta win games. So all that plays into a factor is who is in your draft class. Because think about this, when we always arguing, we talk about the talent with Herbert, we talk about, Jalen Hurts, not this. But one thing we always go back to, his draft class.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow was the Super Bowl, but I won him. You get what I'm saying? If you ask about, who's better out of Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow, most people probably say Joe Burrow because he's more talented. But then when you say, well, hold up, dog, you went before, I was a 2nd-round draft pick. Yeah. You was the Heisman, you was this and third. And I went to Philadelphia, and I went to 2 Super Bowls in 4 years as a starter. So all that matters, though. All that matters.
I agree, 100%. And I think we're talking about 2 separate things. What you're talking about, internal motivation for Caleb Williams, because he knows he's got to be better. He knows teams don't care about where you got drafted, big dog. They care about, like J.J. McCarthy didn't even play last year. You lead us to the playoffs, savior. Like, it all matters what you do when you get there. So I agree with Shady, absolutely, because you remember all those guys that went in front of you.
Most people do.
And I remember all those guys that went in front. I was undrafted. And I was outlasted all of them except Stafford. He's pretty good. But you know what I'm saying? So there are certain ways to internalize it as a quarterback, but externally, bro, you just got to do whatever. You have to almost get rid of the superstar status when it comes to Caleb Williams now because he thought it was one way. Now you have a completely different scheme, a completely different coach. And if you buy into the way Ben Johnson does things, I think they'll be successful.
I'll give you an example, right? And I think you're a quarterback, so you'll appreciate this. I got a chance to go back to the Chiefs with Andy Reid, right? And when I got there, they were already winning championships. That's what they do. Patrick Mahomes was already the best quarterback in football, right? We played the Bears. Bears is, respectfully, we don't really look at the Bears as like a really good organization. They just don't really win. Since I'm in the league, they don't win, okay? And Patrick Mahomes is killing these dudes. I mean, whooping up and down the field, right? We about to come out the game, and guess what he's doing? He's doing it. He's scoring. He's going 1.
I remember that.
I'm thinking like, yo, you know how I am. What the hell is he doing? So I'm asking, I got to find out what's going on. And you know what he said? Yeah, they took, was it Trubisky? Yeah. They took him in front of me. Now, this dude who's been 4,000 yards, 5,000 yards, this guy,
MVP.
MVP of the league, champions, Super MVP, and he's even worried about who was drafted in front of him. And the dude that got drafted in front of him can't play a lick. So, and you tell me it don't matter? That stuff matters. The same way winning championships and winning games and being a franchise player, also you a competitor. And if I'm a coach or GM, I want a guy that's competitive. Mm-hmm. Oh, you took him in front of me? You think Jay Daniels ain't thinking about that? Mm-hmm. All y'all say he was better than me.
Yeah,
that drives you. And that makes you a better player.
I agree with that, but success on the field is more important than being more successful than your peers.
I don't know. Fair.
Maybe not at running back.
But
maybe not
even
at linebacker,
think about this.
Maybe not at receiver.
But think about this, Chase. I think it was the 2003 or 4 draft class. Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers.
Come on now.
Phillip Rivers was successful.
Yeah.
By every metric, he was successful.
Good point.
But Eli Manning was better.
2.
Now, Eli might have not been better than two.
That's why he's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Rivers was successful.
Yeah.
But same draft class, Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers. Alex Smith was successful.
Yep.
At the end of the day, played 13, 14 years in the league, had a devastating injury, came back, went to an NFC championship game, had a 13-3 season, a comeback player of the year, but you was drafted ahead of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, man.
So comparatively, they took Smith ahead of. Truth be told, to me, Chase, Caleb, truth be told, without all this, if you're not better than them, you're not successful. Yeah. If you're not better than them, because at the end of the day, if Caleb does what he does and wins 10 and throws for 4,000, but Jaden goes to the Super Bowl and throws for 5,200, we're going to say, they took Caleb ahead of you? That's just what we do in history.
So, as a quarterback, because you're a quarterback, that don't matter though, competing and all that?
I think internal motivation it does, and that's what I was saying. But I think you have to take it where they're Chicago is. They've gotten their hopes up so much to where they're not expecting anything. I'm telling you, what would success look like for Caleb in year 2? If they make the playoffs, they will anoint him.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
So maybe not league-wide. I'm talking about Chicago, one of the biggest brands and cities. They have been let down time and time. If he throws for 4,000 yards, he'll be the first quarterback in franchise history.
So if the team carries
to
him
do it
to the playoffs.
I don't think the team will carry him. I think he has to play.
No, because I'm saying, like, he plays this good.
Yeah, it's how it looks. I agree with you. Yeah.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.